the cemetery of Bam, a place of sad memories. My father wanted to save me. Then he wanted to take my younger brother out of the house. When he entered the building, the ceiling fell down, and now he is dead. I remember my neighbour. She was running around crying and streaming blood. She was looking for her son, but he was trapped under the ruins.
My parents and I slept in the same room. I immediately felt the earthquake and ran to the door. I saved myself, but for my parents it was too late.
An earthquake in the early hours of December the 26th, 2003, destroyed the city of Bam in the province of Kerman. 30,000 people lost their lives. This is more than a third of the town's population. Thousands still live in camps on the outskirts of Bam, nearly 3 years after this devastating natural disaster. For Donya Sanadi, this is home. The 10-year-old lost her brother and father, together with many relatives. She now lives in a container with her mother and stepfather, 3 by 5 metres, without a refrigerator or air conditioning. This is the middle of the desert. This drawing and stone figure are the only things that she could save from her destroyed home. These 2 objects permanently remind me of my family. I always think of my brother and of my father. I simply cannot forget them. For a year, Donya has been part of a sports programme. This, she says, helps her. The sport takes my mind off my worries. Daily life in the camp is boring. I sit around and think about everything, and then I cry. But today is a good day. Donya is on her way to play basketball. We'll meet her there later. First, we're visiting a Taekwondo club. The teenagers here live in the camps and meet once a week for training. This is made possible by the Swiss Academy for Development, based in Bienne in Switzerland. The foundation organises several sports projects for traumatized teenagers. Project manager Niklas Eggenberger has travelled to Bam with us to show off the efforts the foundation has already made.
We have to deal here with very traumatized children. Children with very bad emotional experiences. Many of them have lost all of their family, and it's our goal to support the psychosocial rehabilitation process with games, fun and sports.
Alle Coaches sind Sportlehrer und Sportlehrerinnen, die wir angestellt haben.
All of our coaches are sports instructors. Many of them have backgrounds in social environments and had know-how of all psychosocial activities. We've also run a workshop that's all about sports and games and how to include them in team formation. It shouldn't be only about running around in circles. We wanted to pinpoint certain values and offer activities with real meaning and value.
Reza Ramin, the sports instructor from BAM, exercises with the teenagers.
This work is very important for me. I can help the teenagers to forget the earthquake for a couple of hours, and I think that it's working. I feel like the teenagers are gaining confidence and slowly they are shaking off their traumatic memories. It's a terrific experience. We get daily and weekly reports from the coach. These reports provide us with information about individuals and past occurrences. There were, for example, problems in the classes. There are children who stand out from the others, and we try scientifically with these reports to filter out what we can achieve with sports and games for these traumatized children.
The children want to learn martial arts as a way to get out of this crisis, and it seems to work. We're driving through the destroyed town of Bam. There is nothing to say about the reconstruction of the town. It still looks as if the earthquake happened yesterday.
It's for certain that everywhere at a local and national level, people tend to think of themselves before thinking of anyone else. But there are others. My concern is when I drive through the streets of Bam. You would expect to see a little more in the way of redevelopment. It's been 2 years since the quake and nothing's been done.
Ich glaube, das grösste Problem ist einfach eine fehlende Berechenbarkeit auch, oder jeden Tag bringt wieder
Every day brings us new problems.
Angelegenheiten, wo man gar nicht damit rechnet.
We signed a contract for the gym and 2 weeks later someone can come and tell us that everything is closed.
Die Lokalitäten, wo man zum Beispiel für diese Sportaktivitäten braucht.
This means that we have to return to the negotiating table to reopen the gym. This makes the work on site extremely difficult.
Da macht das Umfeld hier zum Entwicklungsseminar durchführen schon nicht unbedingt einfach.
Back to sports and a football ground carved out of the desert sand. Teenagers exercise under the instruction of coaches from the academy. Niklaus Eggenberger has launched this project for a special reason. The football match will help the teenagers to be able to cope better with ordinary weekdays in the camp.
Life in the camp is very hard, and it was especially difficult in the beginning. It's getting much better now. For example, the team in the background has taken the concept of team spirit and fair play very far. We also see that there are different age groups in the team. They accept each other and work together very well.
In the dust of the desert and with little equipment, the children are enthusiastic, but don't let the conditions bother them.